Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Talk Daily. I'm Emma, and I'll be guiding you through today's discussion step by step in a relaxed and friendly way.
And I'm Jack, and I'm excited to talk with you about ideas that can help both your English and your life.
On this channel, we create videos to help you speak English more confidently in everyday situations.
We focus on real thoughts, real feelings, and real conversations that feel natural and easy to understand.
If you enjoy our lessons and feel they help you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Your support truly means a lot to us and helps us continue creating helpful and meaningful lessons.
So, are you ready to begin today's lesson and think a little deeper about life and mindset?
Let's get started together and take this journey one step at a time.
Mindset is how we think every day and how we see the world around us in simple moments.
When I wake up in the morning, my thoughts often decide my mood and my actions for the whole day.
If I start the day with positive thoughts, my day feels lighter, calmer, and more hopeful.
But if I start with negative thoughts, even small problems can feel heavy and difficult.
I believe mindset is like a small voice inside our head that speaks to us all the time.
This voice can encourage us to grow, or it can stop us before we even try.
Learning to listen to this voice and gently guide it is very important for a happy life.
I agree with you, because that inner voice has strong power over our confidence.
Mindset changes how I react to work, people, and daily challenges.
When I believe I can learn, I feel brave enough to try new things, even if I fail.
But when I think I cannot do something, I often stop before I begin.
A good mindset does not mean life is easy or free from problems.
It means choosing hope instead of fear when things feel uncertain.
This choice helps me move forward slowly, even on very hard days.
Sometimes people think mindset is magic, but it is actually a daily habit.
We practice mindset every day through the thoughts we repeat in our minds.
When something bad happens, I try to say, I will learn from this.
That sentence shows a growth mindset and helps me feel stronger inside.
It does not remove pain, but it gives meaning to difficult experiences.
I feel proud when I notice my thinking changing little by little.
Small changes in thinking can bring big changes in life and relationships.
Habits are very important for mindset growth and emotional balance.
I try to watch the words I use, even the words I say to myself quietly.
When I say, I always fail, my confidence becomes weak.
But when I say I am learning, I feel stronger and more hopeful.
This small change in language helps build confidence over time.
Mindset is like training a muscle that grows with practice.
At first, it feels difficult, but slowly it becomes natural.
Emotions are closely connected to mindset and influence our thoughts.
When I feel angry or sad, my thoughts often become dark and heavy.
In those moments, I try to pause and take a deep breath.
Then I ask myself simple questions like, what can I control right now?
I also ask, what can I learn from this situation?
This calm thinking helps my emotions settle slowly.
I am not perfect, but I am improving every day.
Mindset also helps me during stressful moments.
When stress comes, my body feels tight and tired.
My old mindset used to say, this is too much for me.
Now I try to say, I will do one small thing.
This thought makes stress feel smaller and more manageable.
I still feel pressure, but I do not feel lost anymore.
Comparison is another danger to a healthy mindset.
I used to compare myself to others and feel sad.
Now I try to compare myself only to my past self.
I ask, am I calmer, kinder, or learning more than before?
Everyone has a different journey and a different speed.
Slow progress is still real progress and deserves respect.
Social media can make comparison even worse.
People usually show only happy moments, not struggles.
When I remember this, my mindset becomes more fair and realistic.
I focus on my own goals and my own small steps.
Even small wins are important and meaningful.
A positive mindset does not mean smiling all the time.
It means being honest about feelings and still choosing hope.
Some days I feel tired and unmotivated, and that's okay.
I allow myself to rest without feeling guilty.
Rest is also part of growth and self-care.
Kindness to yourself is one of the strongest mindsets you can have.
When I respect my limits, I return stronger and clearer.
And that strong mindset helps me believe in myself again.
That kindness is something many people forget in their daily lives.
Yes, many people push themselves too hard and forget to be gentle with their own minds.
I learned that a healthy mindset always includes patience.
When I make mistakes, I try not to insult myself or use harsh words.
Instead, I softly say to myself, "It's okay, try again."
This gentle inner voice helps me stay calm and focused.
With this mindset, mistakes become lessons instead of failures.
Learning feels safer and more enjoyable when fear is reduced.
A kind mindset opens space for curiosity and growth.
Mindset also affects how we talk to other people.
When I think positively, I listen more carefully and judge less.
I feel more open to different opinions and ideas.
This openness improves friendships and teamwork.
People feel comfortable around calm and understanding minds.
Even conflicts become easier to solve with a flexible mindset.
Seeing many sides of a situation helps communication.
This skill is very useful in daily life and relationships.
I notice this clearly in my own relationships.
When my mindset is closed, I argue more and listen less.
When my mindset is open, I ask questions instead of blaming.
Understanding grows naturally from curiosity.
Mindset can change conversations completely.
It can turn anger into discussion and distance into connection.
That is why mindset is not only personal.
It affects families, workplaces, and whole communities.
Growth mindset means believing we can improve with effort.
I like this idea because it gives hope to everyone.
Skills are not fixed, they grow with practice and time.
When I respect my limits, I return stronger and clearer.
And that strong mindset helps me believe in myself again.
That kindness is something many people forget in their daily lives.
Yes, many people push themselves too hard and forget to be gentle with their own minds.
I learned that a healthy mindset always includes patience.
When I make mistakes, I try not to insult myself or use harsh words.
Instead, I softly say to myself, "It's okay, try again."
This gentle inner voice helps me stay calm and focused.
With this mindset, mistakes become lessons instead of failures.
Learning feels safer and more enjoyable when fear is reduced.
A kind mindset opens space for curiosity and growth.
Mindset also affects how we talk to other people.
When I think positively, I listen more carefully and judge less.
I feel more open to different opinions and ideas.
This openness improves friendships and teamwork.
People feel comfortable around calm and understanding minds.
Even conflicts become easier to solve with a flexible mindset.
Seeing many sides of a situation helps communication.
This skill is very useful in daily life and relationships.
I notice this clearly in my own relationships.
When my mindset is closed, I argue more and listen less.
When my mindset is open, I ask questions instead of blaming.
Understanding grows naturally from curiosity.
Mindset can change conversations completely.
It can turn anger into discussion and distance into connection.
That is why mindset is not only personal.
It affects families, workplaces, and whole communities.
Growth mindset means believing we can improve with effort.
I like this idea because it gives hope to everyone.
Skills are not fixed, they grow with practice and time.
When I started learning new things, I felt slow and confused.
With patience, I slowly improved and felt proud.
This mindset removes fear of starting something new.
It tells us that being a beginner is allowed.
That message feels comforting and encouraging for many people.
The opposite of growth mindset is fixed mindset.
A fixed mindset says talent is everything.
When people believe this, they often stop trying.
I had this mindset before and felt stuck.
I thought I was bad at some skills forever.
Later, I learned that effort matters more than talent.
This idea truly changed my life.
When I believe improvement is possible, I feel motivated.
Even difficult tasks feel less scary with this belief.
Children learn mindset from adults very easily.
Words matter a lot when we speak to children.
Praising effort is better than praising results.
Saying you worked hard is better than saying you are smart.
This teaches children to grow without fear.
Adults also need this message every day.
We all want to feel valued for our effort.
A healthy mindset grows in a supportive environment.
In such environments, mistakes are steps, not shame.
Language truly shapes thinking.
At work, I notice how mindset affects teams.
When leaders support learning, people share ideas freely.
When leaders punish mistakes, people hide problems.
A learning mindset creates trust.
Trust creates better results everywhere.
This is true at work and at home.
When families support learning, members feel safe.
People express feelings without fear or pressure.
Fear is one of the biggest enemies of mindset.
Fear of failure stops many dreams.
I felt this fear many times in my life.
To help myself, I break goals into small steps.
Small steps feel safer and easier to handle.
Each small step builds confidence slowly.
Fear becomes smaller with every action.
Mindset is not about removing fear completely.
It is about moving forward even when fear exists.
Courage grows through action, not waiting.
I like your idea of focusing on small steps.
Big goals can feel heavy and overwhelming.
When I focus only on today, my mindset feels lighter.
I ask myself, what can I do right now?
This question reduces pressure immediately.
Progress becomes clear and manageable.
Over time, small actions create big change.
Mindset teaches patience and consistency.
These qualities help us continue even when motivation is low.
Gratitude is also closely connected to mindset.
When I focus on what I have, my thinking becomes positive.
Gratitude does not ignore problems.
It simply balances them.
I notice small good things every day.
Warm food and kind words make a difference.
This practice changes my mood gently.
A grateful mindset feels peaceful.
It reminds me that life still has good moments.
Even difficult times hold small blessings.
Gratitude helps me, especially at night.
Before sleep, I think about one good thing from the day.
This habit calms my thoughts.
It reduces worry and helps me sleep better.
Rest supports a strong mindset.
When we rest well, we think clearly.
Mindset, body, and emotions work together.
Another important part of mindset is self-talk.
We speak to ourselves all day long.
Harsh words make the mind tired.
Gentle words give energy and strength.
I try to speak to myself like a good friend.
This change makes a big difference.
Supportive words build confidence.
Negative words take energy away.
Choosing kind words keeps mindset healthy.
Self-talk shapes identity deeply.
When I changed my words, my behavior changed too.
I stopped saying, I am lazy.
I started saying, I need better planning.
This small change gave me control instead of shame.
A strong mindset grows when we feel capable.
Clear self-talk helps us find solutions.
This shift improves daily life greatly.
Mindset also affects how we learn new skills.
Many adults feel embarrassed to make mistakes.
I felt that fear too.
When I accepted mistakes as normal, learning became fun.
A learning mindset brings joy.
It removes pressure to be perfect.
It invites curiosity instead.
Curiosity builds confidence and improvement.
This mindset helps beginners feel relaxed and motivated.
I agree completely that beginners need encouragement, not judgment.
When people feel safe, they learn faster and feel more confident.
Mindset is what creates that feeling of safety.
Teachers, friends, and parents all play an important role in this.
But we must also learn how to support ourselves.
A friendly mindset makes learning feel like exploration.
It no longer feels like a test or an exam.
This feeling keeps motivation alive for a long time.
It helps us continue even when progress feels slow.
A healthy mindset is very helpful during times of change.
Change can feel scary and uncomfortable at first.
When something new happens, I remind myself that change brings learning.
Even if I do not like the situation, I can still grow from it.
This thought helps me stay calm inside.
Acceptance does not mean liking everything.
It means trusting that I can adapt and learn something valuable.
Change has tested my mindset many times.
When my plans failed, I felt lost and confused.
Now, I try to see change as redirection.
Maybe the old path wasn't the right one.
This idea brings peace to my mind.
It reduces anger and regret.
Mindset turns problems into questions.
Instead of asking, why me, I ask, what now?
This simple question helps me move forward with less stress.
Mindset also has a strong influence on motivation.
Motivation comes and goes, but mindset stays.
On days when I feel lazy, I rely on habits.
Habits do not need motivation to work.
They work quietly in the background.
Mindset supports habits by reminding me why I started.
Purpose gives strength to action.
When purpose is clear, actions feel easier.
This connection supports long-term goals.
I used to wait for motivation and nothing happened. Now I focus more on discipline.
Discipline sounds strict, but it's actually caring.
It protects my goals and my future.
Mindset helped me understand this clearly.
When I act, even without motivation, I feel proud later.
That pride slowly builds confidence.
Confidence feeds mindset again.
This positive cycle makes progress steady over time.
Mindset is tested the most during failure. Failure feels painful and disappointing.
I try to allow sadness first instead of fighting it.
Then I reflect and ask what went wrong.
I also ask what I can do differently next time.
This process turns failure into feedback.
A learning mindset changes pain into wisdom.
Without reflection, failure feels useless.
With reflection, it becomes a teacher.
Failure taught me patience.
I learned that success often comes after many tries.
When I stopped fearing failure, I tried more often.
Trying more increased my chances to succeed.
Mindset removes fear from action.
It encourages effort even without perfect results.
Effort brings experience.
Experience brings improvement.
This shows how mindset supports long-term success.
Support from others also shapes mindset.
When friends believe in us, we believe in ourselves.
I try to choose supportive people.
Negative voices can damage confidence deeply.
A healthy mindset sometimes means setting boundaries.
Protecting mental space is very important.
We deserve encouragement and respect.
Positive environments help mindset grow safely. I also learned to be careful with advice.
Not all advice fits every person.
A strong mindset listens but decides carefully.
We should trust our own values.
When advice matches our values, it helps.
When it does not, we can politely ignore it.
This balance protects confidence.
Mindset grows stronger when we trust ourselves.
Mindset can change slowly.
Some days feel like no progress at all.
That feeling is completely normal.
Growth is not always visible.
I remind myself to be patient.
Small internal changes matter a lot.
Over time, they show on the outside too.
Trusting the process is part of mindset.
When we trust, we worry less.
Less worry creates space for peace.
It also creates space for creative thinking.
I remind myself that setbacks are temporary.
Nothing stays the same forever.
This thought brings hope.
Even bad moments pass with time.
Perspective gives emotional balance.
Mindset helps me see life as a long journey.
One bad day does not define everything.
With this view, emotions feel manageable.
I can breathe and continue.
Perspective is a powerful mental tool.
Mindset also affects physical health.
Stressful thoughts affect the body.
When I calm my thinking, my body relaxes.
Simple breathing helps both mind and body.
Mind and body communicate all the time.
A calm mindset supports sleep and energy.
Caring for mindset is caring for health.
I noticed this clearly during exercise.
When my mindset is positive, exercise feels easier.
When my thoughts are negative, my body feels heavy.
This shows how powerful the mind is.
Encouraging thoughts give extra energy.
They do not remove tiredness, but they help us continue.
Mindset becomes a partner to the body.
Mindset also helps with daily routines.
When I think routines are boring, I avoid them.
When I see routines as support, I feel calm.
Simple routines save mental energy.
They reduce many small decisions.
This allows the mind to rest.
A rested mind thinks better.
Mindset changes how we see habits.
With a positive view, routines become friends.
They quietly support a balanced and peaceful life. I used to fight routines too because I wanted freedom every single day.
I thought routines would limit me and make life boring.
Later, I learned that routines actually give more freedom, not less.
When basic things are planned, my mind feels open and relaxed.
I feel more creative when my day has a simple structure.
Mindset helped me understand this idea clearly.
It changed my resistance into acceptance.
Now I enjoy simple routines because they give safety and balance.
They create more space for important and meaningful things.
Mindset is also important when we learn from other people.
Sometimes advice feels uncomfortable and hard to hear.
A closed mindset feels attacked immediately.
An open mindset listens first without reacting.
I try to separate advice from emotion.
This helps me learn calmly instead of defensively.
Not all advice is useful, but listening is still valuable.
Mindset teaches humility gently.
Humility makes growth easier and more natural.
I learned to ask questions instead of defending myself.
This small shift completely changed my conversations.
When I ask questions, I learn more.
Mindset supports curiosity instead of conflict.
Curiosity reduces tension between people.
It also improves understanding.
Even when I disagree, I respect the other view.
This calm mindset makes communication smoother.
It saves energy and builds trust.
A healthy mindset turns discussion into learning, not fighting.
Mindset also affects how we start our mornings.
If I wake up and rush, my whole day feels heavy.
If I take one calm breath, my thinking softens.
Small morning choices shape mindset strongly.
A calm start brings clarity and balance.
It does not need much time, only awareness.
Mindset is sensitive to how the day begins.
It responds with the same energy we give it. Mornings were very hard for me before.
I often felt tired and negative.
I changed just one thought.
I stopped saying, "I am tired."
I started saying, I am waking up.
This small change helped more than I expected.
Mindset reacts strongly to words.
Better words bring better feelings.
Over time, mornings became easier.
This shows how small mental changes improve daily life.
Mindset also affects during waiting.
Waiting can feel frustrating and pointless.
I try to see waiting as rest time or thinking time.
This thought reduces anger.
It makes waiting useful instead of annoying.
Mindset gives meaning to empty moments.
Instead of wasting energy, I breathe and observe.
These small pauses calm the mind.
Calm moments support patience and emotional balance.
I struggled with impatience for a long time.
Waiting made me angry before.
When I changed my mindset, waiting felt lighter.
I listened to music or reflected quietly.
This reduced stress greatly.
Mindset can turn frustration into peace.
It does not change the situation.
It changes the experience.
This skill helps in traffic, lines, and daily life.
Mindset also affects decision-making.
When I rush decisions, I often regret them.
When I pause, choices feel clearer.
Mindset creates space to think.
I ask myself simple questions.
I ask, is this helpful?
I also ask, does this match my values?
This practice builds confidence.
Over time, decisions become calmer.
A thoughtful mindset supports long-term happiness.
It reduces unnecessary stress.
I noticed fear often rushes decisions.
Mindset helps slow fear down.
When I slow down, fear loses power.
I see more options clearly.
This clarity feels comforting.
Even wrong decisions feel okay when they're thoughtful.
Mindset teaches responsibility without pressure.
Mindset is tested when problems repeat.
When the same issues return, frustration grows.
I try to see repetition as a lesson not learned yet.
This thought gives direction.
It removes anger.
Mindset reframes the experience.
Instead of asking why again, I ask what is missing.
This approach feels empowering.
It helps break negative cycles.
Repeated problems taught me patience.
I learned success often comes after many tries.
When I stopped fearing failure, I tried more.
Trying more increased my chances to succeed.
Mindset removes fear from action.
It encourages effort.
Effort brings experience.
Experience brings improvement.
This chain supports long-term success.
Mindset also helps with dreams.
Dreams can feel far and scary.
A growth mindset breaks dreams into plans.
Plans create direction.
Direction creates action.
When I focus on one step, dreams feel possible. This reduces fear.
Dreams do not need perfection.
They need care and patience.
Mindset gives dreams a safe place to grow.
Dreams need belief to survive.
Without belief, dreams stay ideas.
Mindset builds belief through action.
Each small success builds trust.
Trust tells the mind, I can do this. This feeling is powerful.
It pushes us forward.
Even when others doubt us.
Belief is quiet but strong.
Mindset also shapes how we see time.
Some people rush everything.
Others wait too long.
A balanced mindset respects time.
I plan, but I stay flexible.
Life often changes plans.
Flexibility reduces stress.
When I accept change, time feels kinder.
I feel less pressure.
Mindset teaches patience with timing.
Everything has its moment.
Sometimes that moment arrives later than expected.
Patience is difficult but valuable.
I learned it through mistakes.
Rushing caused stress.
Waiting too long caused regret.
Mindset helped me find balance.
Now I act when ready, not when afraid.
This awareness feels peaceful.
Mindset brings wisdom,
It helps us listen to intuition.
and it keeps us realistic.
This balance supports better decisions every day. Mindset also affects confidence in deep and quiet ways.
Confidence grows from action, not from thinking alone.
When I act, even while feeling fear, my confidence slowly increases.
Each small action sends a message to the mind.
That message says, I am capable.
Hearing this message builds inner strength.
Mindset encourages us to take action.
Action feeds confidence naturally.
Confidence then supports mindset again.
This cycle helps us grow stronger with every experience.
Confidence is not loud or proud.
True confidence is calm and steady.
A healthy mindset creates this calm confidence.
It does not need approval from others.
It trusts inner values and personal truth.
When I stopped seeking approval, I felt free.
Mindset helped me see my own worth clearly.
This freedom improved my choices and happiness.
Confidence built on mindset feels stable and lasting.
Mindset is especially important during conflict.
When disagreements happen, mindset decides our reaction.
I try to stay curious instead of defensive.
Curiosity opens dialogue and understanding.
Defense closes conversation quickly.
This curious approach helps solve problems peacefully.
It is not easy, but practice helps.
A respectful mindset builds understanding.
Understanding then leads to solutions.
This skill improves relationships and reduces emotional pain.
I struggled with conflict in the past.
My mindset was protective and angry at that time.
Over time, I learned to pause before responding.
Pausing creates space to choose a better response.
This choice is powerful and freeing.
Mindset gives control back to us.
When I respond calmly, outcomes often improve.
Even without agreement, respect can remain.
This makes conflict less harmful and more productive.
Mindset also helps during moments of loneliness.
When we are alone, thoughts can become very loud.
A supportive mindset offers comfort and understanding.
I remind myself that being alone does not mean being unwanted.
It can mean resting, healing, or growing.
This thought brings peace to my heart.
Mindset changes loneliness into solitude.
Solitude can be healing and meaningful.
It gives time for reflection and self-connection.
Loneliness taught me self-acceptance.
When I stopped judging myself, loneliness felt lighter.
Mindset helped me enjoy my own company.
This inner comfort improved my relationships too.
When we feel whole alone, we connect better with others.
Mindset builds inner stability.
Inner stability supports emotional balance and healthy bonds.
Mindset grows through reflection.
Reflection means thinking about experiences gently.
I ask what I learned, not what I did wrong.
This approach feels safe and honest.
Reflection improves awareness.
Awareness improves future choices.
Mindset becomes wiser through reflection.
This habit supports continuous growth and emotional intelligence.
Reflection helps me close each day peacefully.
I think about my actions and feelings.
I do not judge myself.
I simply observe what happened.
Observation brings clarity.
Clarity improves tomorrow's actions.
Reflection slows the mind.
Slowing down reduces stress.
A reflective mindset supports balance.
Mindset is not something we finish learning.
It is a lifelong practice.
Some days we feel strong.
Some days we feel weak.
Both experiences are normal and human.
What matters is returning to kindness and growth.
A healthy mindset supports learning, healing, and dreaming.
It helps us face life with courage and patience.
I truly believe everyone can improve their mindset.
Growth happens step by step with awareness and care.
Mindset is a quiet guide in life.
It does not remove problems.
It shows the way forward.
When we choose growth, kindness, and patience, life feels lighter.
Mindset helps us trust ourselves.
It supports progress, not perfection.
This understanding brings peace.
With a supportive mindset, we can face challenges with strength.
We can learn from experience.
And we can continue moving forward with hope. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for spending your time with us today.
Learning is a journey, and we are truly happy to walk this journey with you.
Remember, you are doing great, even on days when progress feels slow.
Keep going. Small steps still move you forward.
We believe in you and in your ability to grow with practice.
Every time you listen, speak, or try again, you are improving.
We'll see you next time for another Talk Emma lesson.
Until then, take care of yourself and keep practicing your English.
Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye.